Hey guys, Blowover Bros here, and today's video is something a little different. Today is a NASCAR 16 wish list, and it's not the complete wish list. It's just 9 things um, that I thought, or that I would like to see either improved or implemented into next year's NASCAR game that will be on next gen and is made by DMI. And I heard a rumor that it comes out in February, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. So let's just go out on a limb and say it is going to come out next year, obviously. Now, here are the things that I would like to see. And I did not say, well, I mean, I guess we can make it 10 things and say, obviously, trucks and Xfinity. But that's something everybody wants to see, and I'm not sure if it's actually going to happen. I wish it would happen. But so that's like the completely obvious thing that I didn't want to add. But if we're gonna make it a list of 10 things, why not just make that number 10? Let's get started with the actual list. Number 1, an in-depth career, like where you receive contract offers and you don't start off in your own stupid little. Well, I mean, actually, that actually isn't a bad idea. You start off in your own little car, like you do already in NASCAR 15 and 14 and IL. But if you do well enough, you can get an offer to drive like BK or like front row. And, if you start doing decent or so, you can move up to like, what's a team slightly better? Can't think of any off the top of my head right now. But anyways, you get the drift. And like eventually you can move to like MW. Well, they won't be in the game actually. Damn. Someone like Furniture Row, they decide to make a second team in the game, or if you can take the 78 car, and then you move to like RCR, then Gibbs or Hendrick or Roush. Actually, Roush could probably be the one just slightly better than Front Row and all that. But anyways, so yeah, you know what I mean. And then you work your way up, and you actually have money. You could buy your own team, and obviously, if Camping World Trucks and Xfinity do get involved or get added, you can start from trucks and work your way up and own a truck team. Be like a freaking Kyle Busch. Anyways, number 2. This one is a completely obvious, not really completely obvious, an improved damage model. That is something that I really hope gets added or gets improved. It's one of those that gets improved. We're going to be on next gen. Oh, current gen, I guess you can say. PS4, Xbox One, and PC. There's no reason we can't have an actually decent damage model. Right now, it looks like we're driving a brick. And, oh, God. It's been the same damage model for 3 games. 4 if you consider NASCAR 13. We've had the same damage model since NTGIL. Or NASCAR The Limited Line, in case you're not familiar with the abbreviation of the games. Okay, let's go with number 3. Intelligent AI. This one, it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better. But it's still not good. It's improved, but it's not good. I want something like, I would say NR 2003, but that's so overdone. The old EA games, PS2, like NASCAR 05 or 04 or 03, 06, those actually had decent AI. They would actually battle you somewhat if you played on a higher strength like I did, but they weren't like the best. But I want something they actually challenge you. They'll switch lines to get by you, but not something like NASCAR 14 on Martinsville where it's impossible. Like, I want realistic AI. Like Kyle Busch, if it's towards the end of the race, he'll move you. And I don't want all the AI to actually drive exactly the same, I'm not sure if that'd be possible, but give the AI their own little characteristics and stuff. Make it realistic. It is a NASCAR game, for crying out loud. Alright, number 4. This one has 2 parts. More paint schemes, but I don't want it to be DLC. Like NASCAR, the game 2011, did it perfect. You unlocked paint schemes. There wasn't, it was like, I think there was 88 you could unlock, and some of them were fake schemes, obviously. But that was so good. You didn't have to pay for anything, and they even updated it from the 2010 season 2011. That is amazing. Now you have to buy it, and you get like 8 cars for like $4. Luckily, DMI made it free. Well, he says DMI. I don't know if it's actually DMI, but that is a brilliant idea. Like, every game is so quick to jump on the DLC bandwagon nowadays. Back in NTG 11, as much hate as that game gets, it's one of my favorites of all time for console NASCAR games. Cause I had a lot of fun on it, but I don't want to have to pay for paint schemes. And the second part of that is like a marketplace. I've never played Forza because I'm mostly a PlayStation guy. I do own a 360, but I have one game for it, Left 4 Dead. I don't even have a hard drive for my Xbox 360. But I do know, because I've played Forza at my cousin's house. Earlier I said I've never played it. I've never owned it. But there's a marketplace on Forza where you can download paint schemes and stuff, apparently. And that, I don't see why they can't implement that. So many people make great paint schemes, and I can't paint to save my life. So, you know how awesome that would be to download a replica Dale Earnhardt paint scheme and be able to use it online or single player. I don't think we should be allowed to use those for career mode, obviously, because that's I don't like being able to use your own paint scheme. I like driving an actual NASCAR, but if you could, that would please some people. But being able to download paint schemes and it not cost money. Well, I mean, I guess if in-game credits, that'd be pretty sweet. That would actually be useful. I think that'd be a good idea. They can make that work. Okay, number 5, bring back the highlights. They were in NASCAR 14, but again, it was DLC, and I don't want to have to pay for that. That should just, if it's in the game, it should be in the game. EA Sports in the. If it's in the game, it should be in the game. I don't think we should have to pay for it. Yeah, it's stupid. We already bought the game. Why would we have to pay for stuff that should be free? But anyways, bring back highlights. And I think they should do it the way EA did, but the way NASCAR Inside Line and 14 did, where they actually use oh my god, I can't even say it. Telemetry. Oh my god, real life telemetry. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But they did it, but kind of like that, where the AI know what line they're supposed to drive, like they did in real life, but not be like bricks, where if you make contact, it kills you and it doesn't slow them up whatsoever. EA did it to where I don't think it was as accurate, but you could actually rub with the AI and move them and slow them down, and I like it. I'd like a cross between those two. Oh, well, there goes my paper I was reading off of. Okay, so that was number 5. Number 6, online vote to kick. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I've ran in a couple leagues in my day, and I kinda know how to drive pretty well. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but voting, if the host doesn't like you, he thinks your record. I don't play public lobbies very often, so my percentage is very high. I think I'm at 75 or something on NASCAR 15. You start at 50, and almost everybody's 100. So he sees a 75, and he's like, "Oh, he's your wrecker," and he kicks you. I get kicked so often because I'm not, as a Call of Duty player would say, try hard on the game, so I don't sweat grinding, get up to 100%. So I think an online vote to kick would be better. If the whole lobby votes, and if majority rules, they kick it. Kind of like the F1 games do. Actually, exactly like the F1 games do. So yeah, online vote to kick. Number 7, a leveling system. This goes back to number 4 with the more paint schemes, not DLC. If you played NASCAR the game 2011, you know there's a leveling system that helped you unlock paint schemes and invitational events and all that. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I think that was great. There's so much stuff you can do with that. A leveling system. Okay, maybe there's not a lot of stuff you can do. They could make stuff. I mean, NASCAR 2011, you unlock paint schemes, invitational events, stuff like that. Make it to where the higher the level you are, the more decals you unlock for custom, whenever you're making your own custom paint scheme. Make it to where you unlock extra paint schemes. That would be great. And unlock, I don't know. There's just so much stuff you can do with that. Anyways, number 8. This one, out of all of these, except for maybe the Camp World Trucks and Xfinity, this one might be the least likely to happen. But, It's old tracks and cars. Now, hear me out when I say this. I don't mean old tracks like, well, I mean, I actually do mean like it. I mean like, not in career mode, obviously, but like single player and online or split screen. You can like race Rockingham. I don't really know about North Wilkesboro because it's kind of torn up and stuff. But tracks that are like still kind of active but aren't really in NASCAR anymore, I guess North Wilkesboro could. But like have old tracks back in the game, that would be great. And you can't say it's impossible because F1 2013, if anyone in America played it, because the shipping got screwed up. I actually do have it, but there was a classic mode. I can't actually remember the exact name of it. It was basically, if you don't know, it came. There was an edition for the game where you can get all of it, but if you bought the normal copy, it came with some of it. And you can get like Brands Hatch and some old F1 cars and race at some old F1 tracks. And it was great. It got boring fast, but so, and if F1 Formula 1 management can allow that to happen, I don't see why NASCAR can't. That'd be freaking drive I don't know, drive Dave. I don't know if the actually Davey Allison because he kind of died, but drive Richard Petty's car he won a 7th championship with, or drive the 1998 Daytona 500, and that could go in the challenges. Back to what I said for number 5. You can have challenges on old tracks and cars. That would just be okay. And then you could level up and unlock stuff like that. See, I think that's a good idea. And number 9, this one should be on everyone's NASCAR 16 wish list. Just an overall better game. I mean, obviously the game's gonna have bugs. That's obviously. And I have played every NASCAR game since I own every NASCAR game actually since NASCAR 2001 on the PS2. It's actually a PS1 version, I believe. But I have played a crap ton of each game. Like, I'm only 18, but I have still played so many hours in almost each NASCAR game that I've owned. And even if NASCAR 16 is complete crap, I will still love it. I love NASCAR 15. I love 14. Inside Line. I really love NASCAR the game 2011. That one gets the most hate. But an overall just good game. Because these games, NASCAR games, don't come out like they used to. So who knows, we have to wait 3 years. So obviously we can't expect too much from DMI because this is like their second and a half game, I guess you can say, or first and a half game, because I believe they helped on NASCAR 15. And that was actually one of UTechnic's best games. So I don't have high standards for them, but I definitely have standards they should be able to beat, as all of you do. So, like I said, just an overall better game. Can't be too picky, but let me know down in the comments if you guys agree to this list and what you would like to see, and what you would like to see. And let me know if there's stuff in my list that you don't like or do like, and maybe we make another video, or second video following up to this, with some of your ideas, and I'll take away stuff that you didn't like and add stuff that you liked or would like to see. Now, again, this was only 10 hopes, I guess you can say, or 10 things I would like to see. Obviously there's more, but I thought 9 would be, 10 I guess, would be good for just one video. So, like I said, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would like to see, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.